Hello students, welcome to your business studies class. In the previous lecture, we had started with the elements of marketing mix and we had discussed the first mix or the first element of marketing mix, that is the product mix, in which we had discussed the first element of product mix, that is branding. In today's lecture, we would be discussing the remaining two elements of product mix, that is packaging and labeling. Now, what is packaging? Packaging basically refers to the act of designing and producing the container or a wrapper of a product. For example, generally these toilet soaps come in paper boxes or a plastic wrapper, biscuits come in paper packaging, refrigerators or televisions come in hardwood and board cartons, and expensive perfumes and liquor come in glossy boxes and designer bottles. So this packaging plays a very important role in determining the customer's attitude toward the product. Sometimes by just looking at the packaging of the product, the customer tries to assess the product quality. Good packaging is one of the important factors in the success of products. For example, Maggi noodles, Uncle Chips, etc. Now the levels of packaging. We have three levels of packaging: primary, secondary and transportation packaging. First of all, the primary packaging. Now primary packaging refers to the product's immediate packing. Now this can come as a one marker question also, that what is known as the immediate container or immediate packing, that is the primary packaging. For example, toothpaste tube. In some cases, the primary packages remain till the consumer is ready to use the product, like plastic packages for socks, package for a bathing soap, etc. But in some cases, it is kept throughout the life of a product, like toothpaste tube, matchbox, shaving gel, etc. As you can see here in the picture also, that the tube of the toothpaste is the primary packaging. Secondary packaging is the additional layer of protection till the product is used. As you can see in the picture, that is the cardboard box for the toothpaste. And the transportation packaging, that is the further packing component necessary for storage that protects the good in the process of storage and transportation. For example, corrugated boxes are used to transport these toothpaste, as you can see in the diagram. So we sum up, we can say that there are three levels of packaging. First is the primary packaging, which is the immediate container, and it is the important and necessary and mandatory packaging. Then second is your secondary packaging, which is the additional layer of protection that is given to the product. Now the secondary packaging is generally thrown when the consumer begins to use this product, and this type of packaging is also not necessary also. Then the third is transportation packaging, which is the further packaging used to protect the goods in the process of storage and transportation. Importance and functions of packaging. So first we'll discuss the importance of packaging. First importance of packaging is rising standards of health and sanitation. Now, due to this high standards of living, people have become more conscious about health and sanitation. So they prefer to buy packed goods over loose goods, as there are less chances of adulteration in packed products. So this is because of this rising standards of health, that nowadays we are moving and we are basically preferring the goods that are properly packed. Second is self-service outlets. So in self-service outlets, packaging plays a very important role by performing many of the sales tasks, attract attention, tell the product features and make a favorable overall impression. Now this attractive, colorful and innovative packaging attracts the customers to purchase the product. So the traditional role assigned to the personal selling with respect to promotion has gone to packaging. Therefore, the packaging is now considered as the silent salesman. Now this can come as a question also, that why packaging is, or nowadays packaging is considered as the silent salesman. Justify your answer. So you have to give the importance of packaging. Then third importance of packaging is innovational opportunities. Now we know that innovation is very important. So by developing innovative packages, the marketer can capture new customer segment. For example, like we can see that family pack of Pepsodent is there, Maggi 4-in-1 or 6-in-1, etc. It increases the sale. Even now milk product can be stored for 4 to 5 days in the recently developed packing material that nowadays they are coming in the Tetra packs. So children, innovational opportunities are there in packaging, which is basically increasing the importance of packaging. Fourth is product differentiation. Now we can easily differentiate the product with the help of packaging. The color, size, material, etc. of package makes real difference in the mind of customers about the quality of the product. So just by looking at the packaging, a customer can make a difference in perception of about the quality of the product, that what kind of quality is there in that particular product. Functions of packaging. Now we will be discussing few functions of packaging. The first function of packaging is product identification. Now through the packaging, we can easily identify the product, like let's say Vanish is pink, Tide is orange, Colgate is red. Then through this Taj Mahal tea can be easily identified from its packaging. So the first function of packaging is that we can easily identify the products. Second is product protection. Now a good package protects the product from damage during transportation, storage and distribution. It also saves the product from breakage, spoilage, leakage, pilferage, sun, rain, moisture, insects, etc. For example, a petrol is packed in airtight containers for any loss of the product due to the vaporing effect. Then third is facilitating use of the product. Now this packaging helps to facilitate or to easily handle the products and the uses of the product. If certain handling precautions are required, these can also be mentioned on the package. For example, glass handled with care. Moreover, this packaging is a must for many of the goods like edible oil, ghee, butter, etc. For example, let's take an example. A Tetra pack of fruity provides convenience in drinking, storing and transportation. The PET bottles of Pepsi and Coke make the carriage and stocking easier. So these are the few. So the packaging basically provides the facilities so that we can use them easily, we can handle them conveniently. Fourth is product promotion. As we have already discussed in the importance of packaging, that packaging is a silent salesman. It helps to increase the sales. It makes the product attractive and induce customers to buy it. Packaged goods are highly suitable for the self-service stores also. Next element of product mix is labeling. Now labeling is concerned with designing the label to be put on the package. It is attached to the product. It helps in identification of the product and communicating with the potential buyer and promoting the sales of the products. It provides necessary information to the consumers. It may be a simple tag attached to a product or complex graphic that are a part of the package. As you can see in this slide also, that the packaging on the labeling of Pepsodent is given, that the cover, the cardboard box is the packaging, but whatever information is written on that packaging is known as your labeling. That means we are providing each and every information that is required by the customer, that is the brand name, then the flavor, the contents, the ingredients, MRP, all these things are mentioned on the package. Now this can be a simple tag also, like we see in the garments, like there is no labeling on the product. We cannot label the garments, but we can simply put a tag attached to that particular garment, and on that tag we can write down the details of the product that is necessary for the consumer to be aware of. Now the functions of labeling. We will be discussing few functions of labeling. First is describe the products and specify its content. Now this labeling enables a manufacturer to give complete information about the product, such as instructions for proper use of the product, date of manufacturing, expiry date, price, content, etc. to the customers. And how this can be possible if we are writing all the information that is required to be given to the customers with the help of labeling. For example, we all are using, or we all are aware of the product Maggi, and we can see that on the package of a Maggi the procedure for cooking the noodles are given. Then second is identification of the product or brand. Now this labeling helps in identification of the product from the various products available in the market. For example, one can easily identify Cadbury chocolate from the various chocolates available in the market. So this labeling helps in identifying the brands and differentiating it with the other brands of the competitors. Then grading of the products. Now we can simply categorize the products on the basis of the features, quality, etc. Let's take an example of a shampoo. Like the shampoo comes in various categories, like the shampoo for the dry hair, for oily hair, for normal hair. So all this can be done with the help of labeling. Then helps in promotion of product. A careful design label can attract attention of the customer and stimulate them to buy the product. Many label provides promotional messages also, like 50% off, buy one get one free, extra 40%. So all these, a free gift inside. So all these help in the promotion of the product. Last is providing information required by the law. Now some products require statutory warnings to be mentioned on the label or on the package of that particular product. So that can be done with the help of labeling. For example, the statutory warning on the packet of the cigarettes, like cigarette smoking is injurious to health, on the product of pan masala, chewing tobacco is injurious to health. So these kind of warnings are also to be mentioned, and this can happen with the help of labeling. So the functions of labeling are: describe the product and specify its content. It helps in identification of the product or a brand. Then it helps in grading of products, promotion of products, and providing information required by the law. So to recapitulate, we have done the first P of marketing mix, that is product mix, in which we have done the 3 elements of product mix, that is branding, packaging and labeling. So these are few questions that are related to the topic that we had discussed. I hope you all understood the topic. Thank you so much.